Hey! I done came up.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a little story time. This happened last weekend. I just felt like I was literally in Gossip Girl. Like I don't know. Grab your popcorn, let's sit on down, let's chit chat. So every weekend my roommates and I, or my friends and I, we all go out. We usually go to the frat houses around, or we go to the bar. So I went out with my friend Caroline, and I lost her halfway through the night. And so I texted my other friend Ashley, and I was like, "Hey girl, where are you?" And she was at this certain house. I'm not gonna say the frat house because I'm just not going to. I was like, "Okay, I will meet you there. Just stay there, don't leave." And she was like, "Okay," because it was only like a block away from where I was. So it was at the end of the night. It was probably like 1, I would say, so it was kind of getting to the end of the night. I get there and I find her and I'm like, "Hey girl, what's up?" She's talking to this guy, and I'm gonna give him the name Steven, okay? So she's talking to Steven, and us three are all talking, and we're just hanging out outside of the porch of the frat house. I go inside to go to the bathroom, and I lose them. And I see that I saw when I went to the bathroom that they went out back. So when I come downstairs, they're gone. I don't know where they are. And I was like, okay, well, I saw her go to the back of the house. So I walk to the back of the house, and I find them. And they're like talking and flirting, and I'm like, okay. And so I kind of felt like the third wheel. Story of my life, it's fine. So there's this other guy standing by the car that they were by, and he's like, hey Mabel, this is let's give this guy the name. So this guy's name is going to be Kevin. So he's like, "Hey Mabel, listen, this is Kevin, he's cool, yeah, talk to him." I'm like,
"Thanks, Steven."
So we start talking, and he wasn't drinking or anything. Like, he was sober, I think. For the most part, I think he was sober. And hands down, this guy I was talking to was probably the most real conversation I've had with someone at a frat house. Like, out of any of the guys I've ever talked to there, like, our conversation just flowed. He was very real. And all we were talking about is, like, school and what you're majoring in, what you want to do with your future. Like, just, I don't know, just topics. And then we started talking about, like, family life. It was just, like, it got very personal, but also, like, it just flowed very well. About 20 minutes into our conversation, my friend Ashley was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go get food down at the strip," which is where like all the food is. And I was like, "Okay, I'll just meet you back at the dorm." Because Kevin was like, "Hey, I'll just drive you back. You can stay here." Because I wasn't hungry and we were having a really good conversation, and obviously they wanted to be alone, and I was like, "Okay." So I was like, "I'll just meet you back at our dorm." This is where it gets fucking
Crazy.
So they leave, about 10 minutes go by, we keep talking, like we're getting really personal, like having a deep conversation outside of this fucking trashy ass frat house. Like, I was like, what? This guy and this girl come up to us and they're like, "Hey, Kevin, I'm gonna take Philip home. What are you doing?" And Kevin was like,
I'm just talking to this girl. When you get back to your apartment, let me know and I'll come over there and just hang out.
And she was like, "Okay, I'll text you when I drop Philip home." Didn't think anything of it. I literally didn't. And Kevin and I started talking for another like 30 minutes maybe, I don't know, like a long time. This is where shit went down. The girl comes back. Let's call her Ellie, okay? Ellie comes. She looks at me and she goes, "This has nothing to do with you, but him and I have been dating for a year and a half." Ellie turns to Kevin and goes, "Kevin, what the fuck are you doing?" And I was like,
"Fuck, what is about to go down?"
And she goes, "Why aren't you coming home with me?" What the fuck, Kevin? And Kevin was just like,
"What are you talking about, Ellie?"
And Ellie was like, "I don't know what you, like, everyone has come up to me and everyone thinks this is weird that you're talking to this chick." And I'm like, oh my god, what is, like, I literally didn't know what to do. Like, my body was just like,
shit.
He was like,
"I'm just talking to her, like, we're just making conversation. Her friends left, and I didn't want her to be all alone at this house. Like, what?
And Ellie was like, he looks at me and she goes, listen, you're a girl, you know what I'm talking about, this is weird. And I was like, we weren't flirting, like we were just talking about life and college and stuff like that. And she was like, Kevin, are you coming home with me? And I was like, okay, sorry, that was not a good enough response for you. Ugh.
It's like, no, like, I'm not gonna leave her here. Like, I thought you were going to go drop Philip off and come back.
And she just stood there. She didn't say anything about that. She was like, she starts crying. And she was like, honestly, you know what? Fine. And then she walks away. And I was like, okay. All right, that was really fucking awkward. I turned to him and I'm like, whoa, I feel like I should leave. Like, I'll walk back. It's okay. I will, like, get an Uber. This is so uncomfortable.
He was like, no, like, honestly, no, it's okay. Like, it wasn't you. It's been meaning to happen for a while. Like, it's nothing to do with you. Like, we've had a lot of issues and I really want to break up with her anyway.
And I was like, I just kept saying, I feel so awkward. You should go talk to her. Like, go talk to her. I don't want to be in the middle of this. And he was like,
no, like, it's okay. Like, she just needs to cool off. Like, I'll talk to her later.
And then we just keep talking again. And I'm like, okay. So we start talking and 15 minutes pass and she comes back. She just comes up with full forced energy. She's like,
are you fucking kidding me, Kevin? Are you serious? You're still not coming with me?
And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Kevin was like,
no, I'm taking her home. Like, she has no way. Like, I don't want her walking back home by herself. I'm gonna have her pay for an Uber. Like, I'm just gonna drop her off and then, like, I'll go back to your place.
And she was like, honestly, Kevin, this is ridiculous. This is so rude. She looks at me and she goes, nothing to do with you. Like, I'm not psycho. I swear, I'm not psycho. This is not me. And she's, oh, by the way, she's crying. I was like, please, I don't want to be in the middle of this. Should I leave? I will go. Kevin was like,
you can stay, it's fine.
And then Ellie was like, no, it has nothing to do with you. Like, swear to God, nothing to do with you. But, like, why are you talking to this girl? This is weird. If you think it's weird I'm talking to him, I'm offering to go so that you two can talk and he won't talk to me anymore. And she keeps saying, no, you stay, it's fine. And I'm like, what is going on? He literally goes,
you know what, Ellie? We're done.
Now I just stood there and was like, and she looks at me and she goes,
and I was like, no. No.
She was like, are you fucking serious, Kevin? Kevin was like, yeah.
I'm sorry, like, I don't love you. This needs to be over. I don't want to date you anymore. No, I can't deal with this.
Being the most uncomfortable person and is probably the fucking worst person to be put in an uncomfortable situation. That award definitely goes to me. I started laughing. First mistake of the night. Don't laugh when a couple is about to break up. No, does not end well for you. I couldn't wrap my head around this happening right now over him and I having a conversation. Either way, she heard me laughing. She looks at me and she goes, okay, Kevin, 1.5 years of our relationship just like that. And I thought to myself, hey, Mabel, you know what's a good idea? I don't know, maybe you shouldn't keep laughing. I concealed it with my hand. And that obviously, that didn't work. Yeah, no, didn't work. So they both look at me and obviously wanting me to say something. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna go. No, no. They both yelled at me, no, you stay. You're a part of this now. I was never a part of this. I wanted to talk to someone while Ashley and Steven were obviously together. I talked to Kevin. Big mistake. That was a big mistake. She starts bawling and she's like, you know what, Kevin, fine. You know what, fine. You do what you want to do. Kevin goes,
fine, Ellie, fine. It's done. I don't love you.
Then I realized, no, Mabel, stop laughing. This is serious. So I pulled myself together like a normal human and didn't laugh at a serious situation.
This is where Kevin fucked up.
She goes, Kevin, just leave. Just leave. And he goes,
this is my frat house. You should leave.
Kevin, you fucked up. She starts crying again. More crying, more tears. I wish I would have cried because it was so uncomfortable. And she goes, but what are you gonna do with her? What is she gonna do? Are you gonna go home with her? First of all, fucking rude. No. And he goes,
I'm taking her home, Ellie. She has no one here.
Ellie thought she was a fucking genius. And she goes, I'll take her home. Don't worry. You stay here and have fun at your frat house. I'll take her home. And this was definitely the second mistake of the night that I did. I said, okay. No, Mabel. No. I just really wanted to leave, to be honest. It was so uncomfortable. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go, okay. And Kevin was like,
fine. You can take her home, whatever.
He knew I did not want to go with Ellie. He knew, because he knew what was gonna happen in that car. And I knew what was gonna happen in that car. Oh,
I knew.
She left it. This was definitely how you should leave it. She goes,
goodbye, Kevin.
And she does a little snap. Like it's gonna like finalize it. So I turn around, look at Kevin, and I'm like, bye. It's nice meeting you. And you know, that awkward like, good to meet you. Bye. And he was like,
bye.
Obviously knowing that like I'm screwed. Ellie doesn't say a word to me to her car. We just walk to her car and we get in. Silence. We're driving and she goes, okay, I'm sorry for acting like a psycho. I'm not a psycho. And I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I want to let you know, like, no, it was nothing. It was just talking. Like, my friend left me. I was just trying to make conversation. And she was like, no, it's a lot more than that. Like, I don't think you understand. And I was like,
okay.
Get to my dorm. She's crying the entire car ride. We parked the car. She literally starts crying on my lap. She does not know my name. And she's like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, okay, like, it's okay. Don't worry, honey. Like, I'm sorry. Also, another uncomfortable situation. I wanted to laugh. Couldn't laugh, obviously. And I was like, it's okay. Like, you can do so much better. And she was like, of course you would say that. You were the one talking to him. And I was like, I'm not trying to get with your boyfriend, honey. I just wanted to talk to someone, so I wasn't a third wheel. Okay? Okay. I got really uncomfortable really quick. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go. I'm really tired. I'm gonna scoot. Probably not the best thing to say. She like got herself together. She was like, okay, goodbye. And as I was unbuckling, it got caught in the little buckle. You know how sometimes it just doesn't come out? So there was a good like 30 seconds of just awkward silence of me struggling to get this belt off. Like doing an awkward cough, like, you know, and I had to just pull it, and I was like, okay, goodbye. She's like, and just zooms, like she zooms out of there. So yeah, that happened, and I don't know what happened to them, but yeah, there was that. That's pretty much the entire story. But Steven, y'all remember Steven? The guy that got me into this mess? Yeah, thank you, Steven. He said that he's going to see Kevin this weekend, and he is going to give Kevin my phone number, and I asked him not to, but he said he will, and I said, please don't. Because what would be worse than when Ellie looks through Kevin's Instagram feed and sees
this bitch from that frat party that broke them up, and that is me.
So I told him not to, but he's very persistent on doing that because Steven is the worst. But we will see what happens. I hope you guys like this story. I feel terrible, but you know, shit happens. But if you guys want to see another story time video, please let me know. I have a couple other kind of insane stories that I would love to share with you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the story time kind of a thing. A lot of crazy things happen to me, and I don't know why, but it does. There's some pretty weird stories I would love to share with you guys, because I'm a pretty open book when it comes to shit like that. Anyway, give this video a thumbs up and let me know if you like it. Okay, please subscribe down below, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
Fucking Kevin, man.